Thanks a lot, ladies, for joining us this afternoon.
It's a pleasure.
You know, you started a conversation, and you started a conversation around conservatism. You started a conversation around parenting. You started a conversation around, even as a young person, what are the avenues to discover and how to utilize best practice on social media to access a different kind of revenue. So, Nthateng, first things first, this one, fans only page. Why fans only?
It's actually only fans, and I just happened to see it on Twitter, and I was like, okay, what is this? And then I went on the site, and then I researched, and then I was like, you know what, I can do this thing. I've been posting nudes on Twitter since I was 19. No one had a problem with it. It was an okay thing. For free. People would used to be like, oh, we love it. Your art is so nice. I'd love to have you on my wall. Oh, you're so beautiful. And then suddenly I want to use my talent to make things work for me. And now it's like, I'll see, what are you doing?
The devil, we're going to lay hands on you.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, why was it fine when I was doing it for free, and then now that I want to monetize my own talent, it's frowned upon.
I want us to have an honest conversation, because as it is, we're dealing with society, and we're dealing with a conservative society. We have the different opinions, and I think that the importance of this conversation is that it starts other conversations. Your daughter has just said on national television, I was posting nudes, and I was posting nudes for free. That's going to turn, the conversation is going to turn back to you as a mother. When you hear your child saying, I was posting these nudes for free, one side of the coin will say, how can you allow your daughter to post nudes for free? Let's be honest, let's be real. And on the other side of it, they'll say, but my daughter's expressing herself the way she wants and I support it. How then do you start responding to that?
Well, it's quite easy for me to respond to that, because first, it's not like Nthateng was bored and then she started using the camera. She's an artist first. She's been drawing for years, since she was like, I don't know, 5, 6. She's got paintings. She's an artist. She's a very expressive person. She's very good with her hands. And before I go too far, someone was like, no, but then why is she sitting at home and now you can't pay for her fees? She is a graduate. She studied journalism at Rhodes, so she's done media studies now. So, and now she wants to change course and do something else. And it's not like there is no money to do it, but then it's also saying, you know what, in fact, here is something that I can do that can help me make money. Because for me, it was not nudity per se. It was more like, okay, she's expressive like that. I mean, she's got tattoos from, okay, she'll say she doesn't have enough. I would say she kind of has, she has enough for now until the next one, the next itch comes and she gets a new one. And she's always been expressive like that. In fact, all my kids are like that, you know. I mean, Kifilo as well, she's very expressive. She's a designer. She's a fashion designer. She's good with her hands. Well, I'm blessed with creatives, and I can't.
How then do you start responding to individuals who would say to you, but what are people going to say? How do you not get caught up in the what are people going to say syndrome?
Oh, me? No, that line doesn't exist in my vocab, because I realize that the moment you start putting yourself in the and what are people going to say, you end up not doing anything. In fact, I think some of the most successful people who have defied odds, who have went to the extremes, went against what everyone else was saying. And I don't want to be that parent who's going to now limit my children to explore different avenues of what they can do, how far they can push the envelope, how far they can go. Are they good kids? Absolutely. Do they have manners? Absolutely. Are they good human beings? Are they criminals? No. They're very respectable, you know, they're very good standing members of society. I'm so proud of them. I take them anywhere and everywhere I can. Give me a minute to say, if you say, how are your kids? You've just opened another can altogether.
I mean, you did it on social media, and you actually were speaking about it. And even though you were writing, and I know that it was a comical note that says, I'm doing this under duress. I understand the comical and the comedy in it, you know.
In fact, that was her line. Just like, you can always say you're writing that
under duress. And I understood it. And the other aspect of it is the fact that this is a platform that showcases a plethora of things, right? It's not just about nudity. It's not just about adult content. However, it is a space for sex workers to actually post their work at a privacy, right? And they're able to get access to that. And then I went and I Googled the adult content in terms of revenue, which is in about 15 to about almost $97 billion.
It's a lot.
And I thought to myself, ding, 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 you're just taking a portion of that market.
Yeah.
pretty much. And for me, it's like, can you even imagine how much safer sex workers in South Africa would be if they knew about apps like this?
Yeah.
Like, you could do whatever it is you want to do in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to walk the streets, put yourself in danger of men who want to do weird things to you or who want to beat you, or, you know, you can literally be in your own home and make pretty much even more money than you would be if you were on the streets.
Yeah. I need to ask you this before we leave. How then do you start protecting individuals? Because, I mean, right now, new legislation that came about that says that anybody that is found to be posting nudes without the consent of the other individual will actually be, number one, arrested and also be fined, I think, about 150,000 Rand. So then how do you protect subscribers so you don't find yourself in a situation where your platform gets into trouble for allowing the progression and the filtering of content that is nude content, which then puts you in a situation where you could possibly be arrested?
Well, firstly, it's not my app. It's just a thing that I got onto. But they have so many rules and regulations that if it is found out that someone has screenshotted your profile and they put it on Twitter, the company can go after those people. And then they get all those things taken off. And then if it goes any further, then it becomes a fight. Because everything on OnlyFans is copyrighted. It belongs to them. So if it's found on any other site against your will, they are going to come for you. They're going to come for the people who are stealing your work. Because it's stealing. You're taking food out of my mouth because I'm working. So it's like me now, you're working, and then I go into your bank account and I just keep taking stuff out because you just feel like it. It's work. At the end of the day, it's work.
Yeah. You know, I have to leave this conversation there because, unfortunately, this is live television. We have run out of time. But I will say something that you said a very important point is that, are my children good children? Yes, they are. Are my children well-mannered? And are they upstanding citizens of society?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. And for the mere fact that you are able to say that with conviction says something about parenting and the way in which we need to relook at what the value of parenting truly is. So thanks a lot for the both of you for joining us this afternoon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
There we have it. Nthateng, you make your own decisions and have your own conversations in your households. But, of course, we've got Rami Chuene as well as Nthateng giving us the latest. In terms of this, it is a platform, onlyfans.com, that is there.